laughed and ran outside to the palace yard, where she threw it higher and higher. All right, one sec. I gotta get water. This is killing my throat. Ugh.
Holy
Water break.
storyteller.
Water.
I'm
Hey,
adding
let
you,
me.
by the way. You're gonna read me stories every night. You don't know where
Sorry,
the eyes are.
I didn't ask for this. One time she threw the ball higher than she
What?
ever,
You don't know where the
and
eyes
when she
are.
went to catch it, she took a dump, which the ball fell down. It plopped right into the royal well. She raced over to fetch it before it dropped too far down. But by the time she got there, she could no longer see in the well's water. "This is terrible," she moaned. "My ball got lost in this well." Just then, a green frog poked its head above the water. "Can I help you?" says the frog. "Yes, you can," said the princess. She thought it was odd that a frog could talk, but then again, she wanted that ball. "You can go and get my ball down that well." "No problem," said the frog. "But first, there's something I must ask of you." "Ask of me? What?" said the princess. "That you spend time with me today," says the frog. "I'm not sure what that means," says the princess. "Just spend time with me today," repeated the frog. "All right, fine," said the princess. "Now go get my ball." "On it," said the frog. He dived deep into the well. A few moments later he came up with the ball held high in one hand, dripping and sparkling. "You did it," said the princess, taking it from him. She turned to go. "Wait a minute," said the frog. "You promised to spend time with me today." "I already did," she said with a shrug. The princess headed back to the palace without looking back. Part 2. A Special Guest. The night when the princess sat at the dinner table with her family and royal advisers, there was a knock on the door. A servant opened the door but saw no one there. The frog, standing down low, clearing his throat. "Oh, down here," said the servant, surprised. "The princess promised to spend time with me today," said the frog in a loud voice as he could. "So here I am." "Daughter," said the king from far end of the table, "did you promise to spend time today with this frog, as he claims?" "What if I did?" said the princess with a shrug. After a pause, she added, "Oh, very well then, come on in." The servant quickly set a new setting for the frog, and he hoped over to the royal dining table. Conversation turned to topic of concern in the kingdom. None of the royal advisers knew how to handle the matter. "Father, if I may say," said the princess, "perhaps we could—" "Stop," said the king, cutting her off. "I have enough advisers, believe me." "If I may," said the frog, and it was the first time he'd spoken at the table. "This There is more to a princess than her fine crown and royal dresses." The princess stared at the frog. How could this little frog, and no one else, understand how she felt deep down? After dinner, the frog bowed to the princess. He said, "You have done what you said you would do. It is time for me to go." "No, wait," said the princess. "It's not that late. How about a walk in the garden?" The frog was delighted. Part 3. An Evening Walk. The two of them walked in the royal garden, the frog hopping along the stone wall so that he and the princess were all on the same level and could talk more easily. They laughed about many things. Later, when the sun set, they admired the deep rosy red streaks it cast into the sky. Golly, what a break. The princess said, "You know, being with you tonight was a lot more fun than I thought it would be." "I had a good time with you too," said the frog. "Who knew?" said the princess with a laugh. She leaned over and kissed the frog lightly. Years before, he said, an evil witch had put a spell on him that he may stay a frog until he was kissed by a princess. The witch had laughed with an evil laugh, saying, "Like that will ever happen." But now it did. The princess knew it must be true. The tone of the voice of the prince, how he listened to her, and especially in his eyes, they were all the same. Now that frog had returned to his true self as a prince. The two of them would spend time together in different ways. Years later, they were married. They hired an artist to make a beautiful carved bowl to hold their favorite ball of hers. That English, they placed that carved bowl on that royal dining table, and when the sun shone through that palace window, the ball sparkled for all to see. The end. Mm,
I low-key almost fell asleep.
my throat hurts so bad.